One, two, three, four. Mother, mother, there's too many of you crying. Brother, 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 there's far too many of you dying.
There are millions of different ways that people express themselves and their beliefs. Our ability to do so is a result of the extraordinary efforts of Americans that came before us. Every day, we live in a society where we don't have to worry about our skin color or our gender. Ordinary citizens like you and I made it so that everyone lives and thrives in our country and is able to have the rights that will always protect them. As a society, Americans are very outspoken. Our opinions are stamped on bumper stickers, coffee mugs, t-shirts, and even on signs on our lawns. When election time rolls around, people become obsessed with discussing their beliefs and views. Why? It's because when a new face has the chance to get into office, that's when change can come. The reason people get so hyped up during election time is because that is the only time they feel like their say holds any weight. When politicians are fighting to get into office, they have to stop and listen to what their voters want. Our generation, Z, is known to be an apathetic generation. We are the ones that are the most connected. We have the world at our fingertips, even though we never see it that way. Today, most people get their news off segments from Stephen Colbert or Jon Stewart. The only thing that will shock young people into reaction today is either a draft or maybe the new episode of Jersey Shore. In 1971, the 26th Amendment was passed to lower the voting age to 18. This was in response to the overwhelming student activism against the Vietnam War. The students of that time forced the government to react and listen to their demands. But now, with our apathy, you couldn't pay a high school student to be interested in voting. Being politically aware helps us grow as a culture and allows us to have more say in the things that happen around us. If we don't understand or know what's happening in our government, how are we supposed to change it? The United States of America was created by the people, so why shouldn't the government work for the people? Students should never feel like they can't make a difference because they can. Everyday citizens have changed the course of history with their dreams. Examples would be to the likes of Martin Luther King Jr. and Susan B. Komen, who were both part of the civil movements that transformed our modern society. Most people believe that voting and being active isn't important because one vote is not going to determine much. One person is all it takes, because a single person can spread awareness on an issue through the people they know. There are all kinds of interest groups that support wonderful cases that are worth pursuing. By participating in a group like Amnesty International, you can help reform the way Americans look at ourselves and the world. We are still known as the apathetic generation, and there's still time to change. We can still start to fulfill our duties as an American citizen and take our future into our own hands. Our generation is the one that has to pay off today's debt, and our generation is the one that has to live with the decisions that policymakers and leaders make today. So why not be aware and be active? Because it's what we can change today will affect our tomorrow.
I wanna know, baby, no, na 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 na. Woo!